Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's time to start the craft room. I know what you're saying, Jeri-Ann, that's not the craft room, but I'll show you. So the first thing I wanted to say was that's my husband, Jim. He is going to clean out the cabinet. This cabinet has all of his comic books in it, graphic novels and such, since it was his office previously before the craft room. But since we're going to put down new floors, rip up the carpet and rearrange everything, now he has his own den area. He wants to go ahead and take all that stuff in there. On the top is sort of all of his like decorative decor, his collectible wolf things and stuff. So all of that's going to get moved. While I'm telling you this, I wanted to let you know that you'll only see Jim in this video. For those of you who don't know, I am currently laid up. I'm on mandatory bed rest. Not to put any weight on my leg because I have some issues. But if you want to find out more, you can either head over to the vlog channel or look for the video that says where have I been, or I think that's the name of it. But I figured you guys would rather see the process than have to see me do the process. So these shelves, if you're interested, were from Walmart. We got them when they were pretty inexpensive, $17.89 or $15.87. Like I think we got one when it was like $16 and one was like $18. But they still do have it. However, the ones that they have now are smaller. They're not quite as wide. And they're roughly around the same price. I think they're a little bit higher in price. But they're just a few inches shorter. I do have a previous video on that since when we put one of these shelving units on my desk to give it more storage on my desk, like accessible storage. We talked about it in that video because we replaced that cabinet with one that we purchased that was a little smaller. Okay, so Jim is actually currently moving all of these graphic novels into his den. He, as of now, has them some on his desk, some in a storage area because he isn't really sure where he wants to put them, if he wants to put them on display or pack them away so they're safe. But Jim has a love for the unusual independent comic book series known as ElfQuest, and he introduced it to me when we first met, and I fell in love with it too. So we have graphic novels, he's got action figures, he's got mini metal collectibles, all kinds of things with ElfQuest on them. So he definitely wants to keep them that close to his heart. Now, as far as the collectible wolf stuff on top is concerned, there is some things that are mine. As you can see, he's moving them over to the side. But for the most part, everything on top, there's just a few things that aren't, but everything on top is pretty much his. He is moving these books off to the side. I have some books the books we created with the paper folding, that one was there, and just some things that he had that he put off to the side. So he's just going to bring whatever's his into his office and whatever else we have left over. So now we do have a layout, just a general idea of what we're going to do here in this space. I think I mentioned previously we're going to get another storage cubby like the one there. When we rip up the carpet and put down the floating vinyl floor, I think we have enough left over from when we did the kitchen to use that one. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing here in a little bit. The whole purpose of doing this is so that I can roll around and craft easier, get from item to item to table to item, that kind of thing. So as it is now, I have to take a whole storage box over to the table. I can't just easily access anything from the chair. All right. So now this is the other bookcase. It is a bit of a disaster look, but I will tell you what this one housed was my photo albums, my scrapbooks, and some collectible books like my Garth Brooks anthology and that sort of thing. I also have one coffee table book about Long Island, so that was one that I like to keep as well. On top, I have previously purchased a case of tags, the Christmas tags. They're on top. We work with them pretty often, as well as the basket of seasonal flowers and a bucket of markers, as well as a bucket of, little containers of colored pencils and stuff. So Jim is just going to remove all of the photo albums. And what we're doing with the photo albums is, if you noticed in the thumbnail, that is actually the computer desk in the living room. So one of the things we talked about since we were rearranging all the rooms is that the photo albums should be out in the living room where people can actually see them, you know, and kind of kind of had them buried. I realized that last year when my brother passed and I tried to get a bunch of photos out, that it was very difficult to get in there and get the photo albums out. So I cannot wait till this whole area is complete with craft. The craft room is complete and I can get in there and start working. Hopefully I'll heal before that happens. But in the meantime, what we're doing, and you can see Jim kind of talking to nobody, is we did a FaceTime video. So he's recording while he's FaceTiming with me so we can discuss what to do with the things that are in the area, what's the plan for the area, and such and such. So currently in this computer armoire, there's a big cubby at the top. I guess it could be for decor or for storage. When Lisa had given us this, she used to keep it like her pens and pencils up there and extra paper and stuff. But we've always used it for decor since we utilize the bottom for all that other stuff. Now, behind the front decor is some storage in the back. Because the cubby is so deep, I said, let's go ahead and store some things that we're going to use sporadically or see if we're ever going to use again and store them back there. Now, I do have 3 sets of brass candlesticks. I have one set of 4 candlesticks that have different sizes. They're 4 different sizes, and they hold taper or pillars. And then I have 2 sets of brass candlesticks, different heights. Now, I know that this has become back in fashion, but for me, I've been using them since, I don't know, 1996. So I'm kind of done with them for now. So we think we're going to just put them in the garage sale box or marketplace box, wherever we decide to sell our stuff. Okay. We have some items here that I've crafted, like that lantern that I got inspired by DIY by Jazz, and picture frames and other things that have just been on display. What we decided to do is we're going to put the photo albums in the back. The photo albums are from Walmart. They don't really sell them much anymore. It's hard to find. And I have them all. I took a gold paint pen and I wrote basically on the bottom what all of them were, like what age, what date ranges, or what subject matter. And we're just going to put them there. So we have 2 photo albums that didn't go into this cubby because one of them is a photo album that I made for me and Jim, sort of like a scrapbooky kind of thing. And one is a photo album that Jim had before we met of old pictures. He also has a blank one of these photo albums that you'll see here in a minute that he's going to transfer all his pictures into. His idea, not mine. So he is going to keep them off to the side. All right. Now I also have several small photo albums, what they maybe pocket albums or single picture per page type of albums that are by subject matter. When I first started taking pictures, I just loved taking pictures of nature. So I truly have just one of those books full of pictures that I took at the Bronx Zoo. And then I have one book full of pictures that I took at the, like the Old Westbury Gardens, just to give you an idea of literally like how many pictures that I had. And this is back in the day when we printed things. Obviously, the memory on my phone, my memory on my computer is full of pictures as well. So you can see these is what the photo albums look like. What we passed by was I had a journal that I started keeping when I met Jim online, and through our first year of marriage, I keep that with the photo album of us, and you saw his album as well. So he's just organizing like the big photo albums by their date. We have 2 that are by subject matter. One is from my old job at AHRC, and one is from my friend's rock band. And then we're going to put the rest in chronological order of how I have them labeled as well. And then all of the little ones are going to stack up on the end. They fit perfectly if you lay them down sideways to stack up on the end.
So I forgot to hit record while I was taking the rest of the stuff off the top of the computer hutch. Some of it went into the guest room. Some of it went into my office because it's mine to decide what to do with. That sounded a little wrong, but Jerry got it for me, so let's just say that much.
So if you guys have never used this is a Swiffer 360. I find it to be like the best thing ever. I know that they sell similar items at the Dollar Tree, but this one is just, I don't know. I feel like it picks up way more. It does come with a little spray that you can spray to do wet dusting if you really wanted to, but I just like it for dry dusting as well. It just puts a lot of less poof in the air. But when Jim is doing it, he can do however he wants. I'm okay with him doing it however he wants. So the thing that he left on top of the armoire is this beautiful wolf head that I got him. I do wish he didn't have it buried so far back. But that is just a present that I got him for one of our anniversaries. Then I have these initial letters that I found on clearance at, I feel like I want to say Michael's. I got a J and an H because, you know, we both have the same initials. And he put up the lantern that I made, and he put up the cross collection. He put up all of the, basically the cross DIYs. He wanted to make it a nice little spiritual corner, which is really great with me. It's 100% fine. I'm so happy about however he wants to do it. It looks great, and it is in a family space, so it should be pleasing to everyone, but it is technically his desk, so he really could do whatever he wants with it. So that's why I went ahead and had him decorate. Now, we're not FaceTiming here. He was trying to say in the beginning, but I actually edited it out where he said he's filling on his phone because I was talking to one of my friends. So we're not FaceTiming here. He's doing this all on his own, which I'm super proud of him. He did a really nice job, all things considered. I think I'm starting to rub off on him over the years. You know, starting to get that little designer, you know. Oh boy. So I made that triple cross on our channel. Basically, it's supposed to be like the 3 crosses on the Calvary, and he did put the duck in the back, which I was kind of like, but I can see it from where I sit on the couch when I'm able to sit on the couch again. So that's why he said he put it there so that I can see it. So I'm very happy about that. That was a duck that my dad created, carved. He carved his own duck decoys, but this wasn't a decoy. This was just supposed to be a sculpture. It doesn't actually float on the water, that one. Okay. So the great thing about taking everything down and putting it in one location in a box, he was able to put some of his stuff away that he wanted, move it to the room that he wanted, wherever he needed it to be. And then basically you have the rest, and you can look at everything and decide, what do you want to keep up? What do you want to put up, and, you know, where and why and how and all those things. So he is doing just that. He's playing around with his design, and he's trying to figure out how he wants to put everything. So it did make me really happy that he was able to put back a picture frame that I have, and it says 3 generations, and I have a picture of my mom, my grandma, and me in it. My nan, really, she's not my, you know, she's my grandmother. She's my mother's mother, but we always called her Nanny. So me and my mom and my nan are in this picture frame, which I really love. And up on top is a picture of me and Pop at my wedding. And then the faux snow globe situation that I made on my channel of me and Jim's wedding picture. Okay. So that's it. Now this is a good start. We have both bookcases almost completely empty, and we'll be able to move them soon. And this is how we set this up. I really do love it. Honest to gosh, I wish I could have done this a long time ago. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. Stay tuned for the next stage of the makeover. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.